also I want to say that I mentioned my personal view, not the institutional. I'm not representative of anybody, and just saying for myself. People generally see the negative side of the situations, and I think today we listened to so many things about the before initial panels and the slides and numbers, and I think this financial system has three important roles. One of them credit creation, one of them financial intermediation, one of them payment system. And when we look at the global situation, I think payment system is one of the success story of the globalization. And just think, other humanity problem. We can't solve all humanity problem, but just think the poverty, just equality and other social issue. And your numbers, you have 200 over 200 jurisdiction. Your system, and your members over the 11 financial institution, and like a world, and you know this how we live in a world, and that world, these numbers I think is a success story. People sometimes we need to see the full of the glass, half of the glass, and I think I don't see any. Yes, maybe we never reach the full integration about the global system. Why? Because just check the transaction of the SWIFT, the global reserve currencies, and when we look at the global currencies, 58% US dollars, 30% euro system, and when you look at this transaction, you have to use the US bank and European banks. If you have a problem with US or European country, this is the conflict of situation. And in a world, I don't think so, we have reached the full integration. And yes, can be some fragmentation issue, but in that point, this is not a failure. We have to look at the positive side, and we did that. And I listed many things in the morning session, and they are just remembered me just the success story. And this is maybe alone success story of the globalization, financial globalization. Principles, one of them technology, one of them regulation. And after demolished Bretton Woods system 1971, and the financial, this is currently believed a product of the demolished Bretton Woods system, and we have many fiat monies, fiat currency monies, and that, and a couple of them reserve currency, and in that situation, and after the demolished Bretton Woods system, 1974, Basel Committee on Banking Supervision is established. What is the function of this committee? Harmonize the banking regulation globally. In 1999, they established Payment and Market Infrastructure Committee in Basel. What's the function? Harmonized payment system. And after the 2000 and mobile technology, after the mobile technology, how can we say among the countries there are big differences about technology? I don't think so. Many countries have almost same technological level, and also banking principles, banking activities, many of them is conversed and reconciled in some kind of level. But what's the problem? Or can be problem? Geopolitics, economic activity with other parts. You have to speak. You have to talk each other the same language in technologically, in terms of infrastructure. Your systems and other systems can talk each other easily and harmonize it. And that's the basic thing, basic issue of the economic integration and payment system. And that's why harmonization is very important. in especially technology. I can say about this issue just as a bank examiner, just bank's regulator perspective. And as we know, the global finance, main element of the global financial system, banks and financial institutions. And at the end of the day, we come to safe and soundness of the bank and banking system. And because their main infrastructure of the global payment system. And as a regulator and supervisor, our focus on the banking soundness and safe issue. And as you know, G20 roadmap is a product of the Financial Stability Board. And Financial Stability Board established 2008 after the crisis. And what's the main function? Is global financial stability. And actually this document and one of the milestones of this payment system, safety and soundness of the payment system. And as a regulator, our focus, financial institution and financial systems health, and individual and systemic level. And that's our main focus in that aspect. Our neighbor needs other neighbors better. And we can't solve the global problems, but we can solve the local levels. And we are neighbors, and we can, and that's the, I think it's the main solution is the dialogue platform, like this platform. And that's why we thank you for this platform. And maybe, and it can be more institutional and more official level, but this kind of communication platform, it's increased our collaboration and our dialogue. And dialogue, as mentioned before, I don't think any regulation problem, any technology problem, any principle problem. The problem is the economic, the problem is diplomatic or geopolitical things, and solution of all this problem is dialogue, and like this platform is very useful, I think.